I'm getting render lag. How am I getting render lag? Let's turn that down just a little bit. Let's go ahead and test the audio. Let's turn that down just a little bit. Oh, cool. We already have someone here. All right. Let's go ahead and test the audio. Okay, hold up. All right, audio test. I want to be crushed by Chun-Li's thighs. Okay, cool. I think I lost that second person who was there. They left right when I did that. Okay. Never sing on stream again. I got it. All right. Well, welcome. Today's a monumental day. I'm a little late, but I have the new game. We're going to play some of it today. I'm also trying something new. I'm recording. Oh, fuck. I'm recording the beginning of this stream because I have something a little special. Am I missing any more render frames? Okay, cool. I don't know why that was happening. Okay. Let's cut the music. Let's get right to the chase. Folks, we're going to be playing Resident Evil 4 Remake, but, you know, I figured I'd try something new with the streams. I tried like a pre-stream kind of thing going on, you know. Figured I'd have like a little opening, you know, if you don't like the gameplay, at least there's like a reason to kind of tune in for like the pre-streams and stuff. Hence why I'm recording this. It's sort of a new idea I'm trying. And there's going to be lots of throat clearing noises. That's what my throat likes to do for some reason. But it's all good. So, before we start, I'm afraid I've tricked you all. We're going to be having some edumacation. I made a little PowerPoint presentation at work on my phone on my lunch break. Figured, you know, like I said, I would try something a little new. We might as well start it off with a bang, go into a little bit of history while we're doing this. Gonna check my audio again. Hold on. History while we're doing this. Gonna check my... I wonder why I'm getting so much noise in the background. Okay, whatever. not the most important thing right now. But yeah, I actually made like a little slideshow. We're gonna see if this is like a regular thing. I kind of liked doing this though. I think it'll be a pretty cool thing. Today we're gonna be introducing Resident Evil 4. You guys are probably already familiar with it, but I think it's some cool stuff we should cover while we're here before we start the game. So let's go ahead and start it. We're gonna go to the table of contents. These are gonna be my talking points, and I'm probably gonna stumble over my words a lot. But before we play Resident Evil 4, we gotta talk a little bit about the original game. And now, so the reason I feel like RE4 really stood out from the rest of the games is you look at all of this shit, right? Look at all these games. There's 6 of them. You got Resident Evil 2, 3. Then they kind of started getting bad. There was Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica. And then Resident Evil 1 Remake. That one's actually really good. Hopefully it's not dim on the stream. Looks like it's dim in OBS, but I don't know. But you see, we got all 6 of these games, and this is spanning over several years. Spanning all the way from 1998 to 2005. And what do all these games have in common? They all looked like this. They had fixed camera angles. You couldn't look, you couldn't see anything. You would go around the corner, and like a zombie would just be there because the developers liked to be trolls. You'd die and you'd lose like an hour of progress, and you'd hate yourself. If you were lucky and you had a memory card, you'd lose an hour of progress. I got a comment from one person once where they didn't have a memory card, and they played like all the Resident Evil, the PS1 Resident Evil games. They didn't have one. So, yeah, I mean, people a little younger than me, they kind of had it quite a bit harder. But back in the day, this was just like a regular thing, you know, back in the PS1 era. And it wasn't just Resident Evil. It was also, for example, I have Final Fantasy VII pulled up here. This was just like a thing that just happened with every genre. And this is due to limitations with 3D hardware. You got fully 3D games like Metal Gear Solid, for example. But a handful of games really opted in for doing these pre-rendered backgrounds and just slapping an image and then like a couple models on top of it. And man, did it make these Resident Evil games pretty tiresome. You know, you go through 6 games of looking at shit like this. Fuck, I can't grab it. you go through 6 games of looking at this shit. And it's like, when is it going to end? And then Code Veronica, they kind of changed it a little bit in that game. Even though that game was like a 3D game, they still had the fixed angles for some godforsaken reason. And then that's when Resident Evil 4 would eventually change it all and make it so much better. That's when over the shoulder started to become implemented. And believe it or not, this was just around the time Resident Evil 4 came out. This was just such a new thing. If you've ever seen like a third-person shooter from before Resident Evil 4, the camera would kind of be positioned above like the head of the character. You'd think of something kind of like I wish I remember the name of it, but if you've seen any of those like older like pseudo 3D like vector games, for example, that's sort of what comes to my mind. You know, it's like you got the camera behind the character, but it's kind of positioned over their head, and it's just not a very good angle to be working with. In Resident Evil 4, pretty much popularized doing it over the shoulder. And as a matter of fact, Shinji Mikami, the guy who is responsible for Resident Evil in general, he was the director for Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil 1 was originally going to look like this. He actually wanted an over-the-shoulder perspective for Resident Evil 1. But like I said earlier, 3D hardware at the time, it just really wasn't up to it. You know, if you wanted to render a big mansion and you wanted to have over-the-shoulder aiming, it just wasn't going to be a thing. And that's eventually what caused them to fixate on those fixed camera angles. And Resident Evil 4, man, it was just a breath of fresh air. If you can just imagine playing through 6 whole games of the same shit, looking at a bunch of like camera angles and stuff like that. I mean, everybody was in love with Resident Evil 4 because it was just so different, and more importantly, it was so innovative. It was this huge step for this series, and honestly, for the entire industry as a whole. And I mean, you can go to Metacritic right now and you can find this score for like the PS2 version of the game. Like any decent version, any decent port of Resident Evil 4, it's going to be like one of the best rated games on Metacritic. And I personally feel it's very deserving of that, you know. The game has been around for literal decades, and many still consider it to be one of the best games ever. And apparently Maximilian thinks Resident Evil 4 Remake is the best game ever. again, I wanted to put his opinion over here because, you know, he's played quite a lot of these games, kind of like me, and I feel kind of like him. You know, it's it's kind of an accomplishment to call Resident Evil 4 to kind of be unanimously called one of the best games ever. You know, because not only did it have to be one of the best Resident Evil games, no, people call it the best one in general, and it's well deserved. It really was a great game. Now, we're going to talk a little bit about development history and how the game was made. Just real quick. You might find some really interesting things about this. You know, odds are you might have heard about this, but there's this thing called Resident Evil 3.5. And it was actually a beta build of Resident Evil 4. And believe it or not, these games were actually this build was actually a lot like the PS1 trilogy. So it had fixed camera angles, and it had a much larger emphasis on horror. There wasn't really anything about action at this point in time, ironically enough. And there were some more really interesting things the more I dug into this Resident Evil 3.5 rabbit hole. For example, this is from 2002 Tokyo Game Show, a trailer that they aired at the time. The game might have had a first-person camera, which is kind of crazy because that's people kind of give Resident Evil 7 some shit for having a first-person camera. This might have actually been a thing since like 4, which I find really interesting. This could also just be a scripted sequence. I don't think anyone's like elaborated on what exactly this was, but there is a portion in the trailer where it actually kind of cuts to a first-person view, and that would be enabled by a fully 3D environment. And then get this. Like I said earlier, it also had fixed camera angles at one point. So the over-the-shoulder thing, this seems to be an idea that was wrought on later in the game's development. And it looks like it would have operated similarly to Code Veronica, where it still tracks you within a 3D space, but it still just doesn't move around much, which I always thought was a little confusing why they did it that way. You know, a lot of the earlier Capcom 3D games kind of did it that way too. Like I remember DMC1, I think it was DMC1. I think DMC1 did it that way too. Maybe I'm wrong though. It's actually been a while since I played DMC1. I could be wrong. Let's see. If I'm stumbling on my words, this is because it's my first time really doing this in a while. It's interesting though, I thought, because if you think about it, Resident Evil 4, if it came out in this state, it probably would have come out with a camera system that works kind of like Metal Gear Solid. Like you could have had, maybe there were some rooms that had like a top-down view, I like to imagine, and then there were some rooms that had like this back view going on, and then like whenever you needed to aim your gun, it would just switch to first person. That would be something that would be enabled by that whole full 3D environment, something you just couldn't do with those pre-rendered backgrounds. And this is where we talk about the big man himself. This is Shinji Mikami. So, I guess a little fun fact, Capcom has 2 jobs. There's director and then there's producer. It gets a little confusing when you talk about the history of some of these games because director and producer, the jobs kind of switch around, and sometimes the 2 jobs are the exact same job. It's really strange. Mikami, from what I understand, was both the director and the producer for Resident Evil 4, but at least that's my understanding. You know, the hierarchy of Capcom's company, it gets a little confusing and weird. You have directors that are like subordinate to producers, and then you have producers that are subordinate to directors. It really depends on the time period and the game being worked on. So it makes discussing the history about these games kind of confusing, because you know you wouldn't know at a glance who was actually responsible for what game unless you happen to dive deep enough into the development. But yeah, this is interesting. We have a mansion, kind of like the earlier RE games. But then we also have a castle, and this is actually what would make it into the final game. This idea of a big castle. Obviously, not all of RE4 took place in a castle, but you can see from early on, it was always kind of a thing. And I actually make a joke in here that it reminds me quite a bit of Luigi's Mansion. I don't know why. It just it just did when I first saw it. I was like, they're really just making Luigi's Mansion, aren't they? But here's where it starts to get really fascinating. There's actually more info from before 3.5. And odds are some of you have heard of this story as well. This is actually the very first prototype I believe we know about of RE4. At least from my understanding. Meet a man named Hideki Kamiya. And odds are you may have seen this man in a few places. The thing that comes to my mind when I think of Kamiya, well, one of them at least. Yep, it's this Hideki Kamiya. Oh, it's Mr. Get Your Ass Blocked on Twitter, Hideki Kamiya. It's this fucking guy. But the reason he's relevant to this story, and the reason you might have heard of him, is one, he works at Platinum Games right now, and he's worked on Bayonetta. But even before that, he used to work at Capcom, and what he did at Capcom was actually Devil May Cry. He was actually there before Itsuno took up the series, and Shinji Mikami actually helped him with making the game as well. So you see, Resident Evil 4, at some point in its development, had a prototype that looks quite a lot like Devil May Cry, the one that we have, well, this game right here, not necessarily what we have today, but the very first Devil May Cry. There was some cell division going on, and during development it split off into two games that actually ended up changing the industry, which I thought was really fascinating. And there's a little visual aid for you. But yeah, Resident Evil 4 was really on some mitosis shit. It was just spawning and creating several other things just by being in development for a long time. And you start looking at some things, and it's like, this kind of looks like Resident Evil 3.5. So it takes place in a big castle, and it happens to have you fighting poltergeists and puppets and hookmen. So where exactly are these two games linked? Because Devil May Cry is an action game. Well, it's because Devil May Cry is an action game that this is actually not Resident Evil 4. You see, Shinji Mikami was Kamiya's boss at Capcom. And Kamiya, he actually gained his position in Capcom by working on Resident Evil 2. So Shinji Mikami, he was in charge of Resident Evil 1. He was the director for that game. And then he was overseen by, I wish I remembered their name. But the series was then handed off to Kamiya just for Resident Evil 2. And I believe he was working on a RE3 project as well. But, you know, Resident Evil 2 is like the big Resident Evil that Kamiya is known for. And then he was appointed to work on Resident Evil 4 initially, and things kind of spun, things kind of got crazy. You might recognize this guy here a little bit. Kamiya wanted to create what we call a Mary Sue in the writing world, which is a really overpowered character that doesn't really have any weaknesses and sort of serves as like a self-insert of the author, like sort of a power fantasy. So Kamiya was making a Mary Sue character, and his name was Tony Redgrave. And I I was like struck when I read this. He has fucking nano machines. That was his. What happened was he was like this super action badass, and he could like wall jump and like do all these kick flips with like zombies and shit like that. And and Kamiya's explanation was just nano machines. It's just. Oh, it's hard to do this with a straight face because it's just so ridiculous. This is a survival horror series. Why was he doing this? And apparently, that's what Mikami thought. So as it would turn out, Dante from the Devil May Cry series is originated from a really bad Resident Evil OC. Who would have thought? So Mikami wasn't actually mad, but I don't know why. I like to imagine he had a lot of like inward anger about Kamiya taking his like hardcore survival horror series and turning it into like an action game. I don't know why. It just basically what happened was Mikami went up to Kamiya and he was like, "Hey, I don't think this is appropriate for a Resident Evil game. It just doesn't fit the MO, don't you think?" He went up to him and he's like, "Hey, you know what you have though? It's pretty good. Maybe go make it its own IP." And Kamiya went right back to the drawing board, and he actually made a story inspired by Dante's Inferno, and that was actually where Devil May Cry would originate from. So, you know, Dante went from a dude with literal fucking nano machines, just a Metal Gear Rising meme, pretty much, to being a half human, half demon hybrid. And yeah, that's what started Devil May Cry. So. Oh man, it's so hard to do this with a straight face because it's just so ridiculous. The poor man, he starts his own IP, and then it just gets taken from him right afterwards. And I shouldn't be laughing because this is actually a regular thing at Capcom too. This kind of happened to Kamiya. You know, he wasn't really like that. He wasn't really director of Resident Evil after the first one, not until Resident Evil 4 happened. And sort of the same thing happens. I believe the director for Monster Hunter 1 is not the same dude who went on to work on the rest of them. And of course, that's the case for Devil May Cry 2 as well. You know, Itsuno stepped in last minute for DMC 2. I don't know the full story behind DMC 2's development. All I know is Kamiya did not even know about it until it was almost done. And he was kind of pissed from what I heard. And Itsuno went to work on the rest of the games since that point. Now, this is a little confusing because RE4 did kind of become an action game. So what on earth happened? Despite Kamiya not being in charge of the project anymore, Mikami seemingly molded RE4 into an action game anyways, and I think this is just because the game was in development for so long, and Mikami was just getting so bored with survival horror. You can kind of tell. He actually worked on... I found this out the other day. I was playing through Ace Attorney, and I actually beat the first game. I saw his name in the credits, which was insane, but Mikami, he was working on Ace Attorney, he was working on Beautiful Joe, he was working on Killer 7. I think he worked on Okami as well. But definitely Beautiful Joe, definitely Killer 7, definitely Phoenix Wright. So in between Resident Evil and Dino Crisis, he was working on those kinds of games. And I think he just genuinely enjoyed working on those games more. I can't speak on his behalf, but this is actually a trend that carries on to his current job too. For those of you who don't know, Mikami eventually left Capcom and started his own deal. Well, Yeah, he started his own deal. He went to Tango Gameworks, which eventually got bought out by Bethesda, which eventually got bought out by Microsoft. And you know, he's technically a Microsoft employee now, which is it's interesting. He went kind of from the Japanese industry to the Western one just by existing. I am kind of curious how he feels about that. But while he was at Tango Gameworks, he made The Evil Within. And, you know, in between Evil Within, he also worked at different series as well. You know, recently he did Ghostwire Tokyo. And that wasn't a survival game. That was an action game. And I believe explicitly for that game, he said he wasn't interested in making survival horror. But yeah, eventually ideas from Kamiya's RE4 would kind of seep their way back into the final game. It's really bizarre that this happened. But, you know, we would see the castle. You saw it in the beta. We would see the castle be a thing. And then we would also see, like, just Leon through those years of military-grade training that he went through to protect the president, to do assignments for the president. He ended up becoming, like, the new Tony Redgrave. The only difference is he's not overpowered this time. He's not. he doesn't have the nano machines. He's still very much still a human. So this meant that Resident Evil 4 would have a powerful action hero, but it wasn't someone who was literally overpowered like Kamiya wanted. And I can't help but wonder how Kamiya felt about his boss just kind of jacking his character. I don't know. It's the development for this game is genuinely insane. That's my very brief and bastardized summary of how this game was made. There's a lot more information you can find online, but I hope I piqued your interest, because it's a batshit insane story on how this game happened. Real quick before we play the game, I'm going to give my opinion that you did not ask for. I had to see this image, so now I'm subjecting you to it. It's apparently Ashley as a cat. Not to make fun of this dude. I mean, it's the internet. You do whatever the fuck you want. But I was not the biggest fan of Resident Evil 4. I didn't hate it. I didn't dislike it. But it wasn't necessarily my most favorite Resident Evil game. And it kind of stems from me being I'm one of those pretentious assholes, I guess you could say, who's like, oh, I need my survival Resident Evils. I don't like my action ones. Oh fuck. You'll see my true narcissism rub off in this slide here. Resident Evil 4 to me felt like a little strange. It felt like it wasn't survival enough, and then it wasn't action enough either. Like, it felt like some survival elements were holding back the action elements, and then the action elements were holding back the survival elements. So people call it a survival horror. I mean, an action survival horror game. I felt it was like a really confusing mix between the two, and it just kind of got in the way. Now, the game still has really good gameplay and mechanics, and I'm actually going to talk briefly about the things I do actually like about this game. But, you know, I also thought the gameplay was like a little repetitive. A lot of the time, what you're doing in the game is you're walking through like a narrow crevice, and there's like some dudes coming up, and then you shoot them, you pick up the treasure, you walk up, you stand still, you aim and you shoot, then you pick up the treasure, then you keep walking, you go through another door, and there's like another narrow corridor. It's I don't know. Does anyone else feel like that? I'm curious if anyone else had the same RE4 experience as me. Again, I don't think it's a bad game at all, but oh man, I also hated Ashley so much. I hated her. This is like the most common complaint I hear from other people, though. I think other people can agree with me. You know, most people, they don't hate Ashley as a character. They just hate her like mechanically, as in like having to guard her. And that's easily my least favorite part of her. I also kind of didn't like her as a character, though. It felt kind of, I don't know. Something about Ashley felt really weird to me. Maybe it's because I'm like around the same age as her, and like they kind of like perverted her up a little bit. It's well, I guess it would be worse if she was older, so I don't know. Or younger. Never mind. maybe I shouldn't dwell too much on the age. Would be very bad if she was went in either direction, I suppose. The game is really fun in the beginning and the end, I felt, but there was a lot of dullness going on in the beginning of it, going on in the middle of it, I mean. And what I mean by that is like the village segment at the beginning of the game, that felt like perfectly paced to me. It really felt like I was able to sit there and enjoy the game, you know. But the middle of the game felt kind of like it dragged on a little bit. Some people say it's like a perfectly paced game, and I don't want to say they're wrong, but I felt the game was just a little bit too long, believe it or not. There was just like a lot of shit in the middle that happened, and it's just it made it kind of painful to slog through the game. And then the ending of the game, by that point you get to the end of the game, you already have all of the cool shit unlocked, and you know they start throwing everything at you. And like the action is just the level of action, the demands that the game makes of you at that point. It's like a really hard portion of the game, but like it's more fun because of it, though. The island has a lot of problems, but like the latter half of the island, I felt like, especially the part where you fight Krauser. I mean, that, man, it was crazy. I love that part so much. But I mean, you know, I can't just criticize this game. You know, I have a couple things I like about it as well. You know, Gen Z is fucked when just seeing someone superimpose a smile on something makes me want to laugh. But you know, that being said, like the actual gunplay, like the actual shooting that happens in the game, it is, despite how like cement it feels, you're just glued to the ground aiming at shit. Despite all that, once you get to the point where like you can shoot pretty fast, you can like shoot and aim pretty fast, you have all the cool guns unlocked, you start getting really into the gunplay of the game. It starts to get really good, and then you start learning how to combine it with the melee, and then you start learning how to do stuff like I saw someone like perfecting the island portion of the game, and this dude, he had like an SMG, and he had it perfectly aimed, so he had a Krauser like constantly backflipping into the wall, and like Krauser couldn't do shit against him. It was basically just cheesing him, and it's like it's amazing people just find that kind of shit, you know, just by playing the game. I don't know. So I said it was deep as the Mariana Trench, because it kind of is. And then I said the game was very memorable because there's just so many lines that like you never stop hearing people say them. You know, the whole where's everybody going bingo, and it's like or fucking, oh man, just the shit Leon says, all the hitting on people, it's like just the one-liners. Interesting thing I actually learned about today, apparently the one-liners, that was added by the English localization team. The Japanese script, from what I understand, actually has Leon like a lot more serious, which oh man, it's just there's too many memes in RE4. There's just way too many fucking memes. And you know, I said the game has insane innovation because it practically changed the industry once it came out. And I also wanted to touch briefly on this. There was a modder who worked on the why did I say DMC? The RE4 HD project. Odds are you've heard of that. It's for the PC port of RE4. It's like completely rebuilt graphics from scratch. The co-creator of that mod actually got a job at Night Dive Studios. And Night Dive Studios, if you're not familiar with them, they're like a sort of development house that like restores older games and like ports them over to modern consoles and basically re-releases them. It's kind of like a fucking, oh, what's that other dude? I wish all these names weren't escaping me right now, but it someone's probably gonna comment it or something. But you know, if they even watch this far. But yeah, I thought this was really cool. Decades after this game came out, it's still somehow creating jobs because it's just that influential. And it was also like a technical marvel of its time. Like I said, the whole camera system, but also like Resident Evil outside of Code Veronica just didn't have like fully 3D environments. It was going to happen eventually. That was just where the industry was heading at that point. But Resident Evil 4 did it in such a way that like it still preserved a lot of the detail, because the whole point of the pre-rendered backgrounds was so it would look really good, right? But Resident Evil 4 managed to do it in such a way that the game still looked amazing, but you still had that level of control that you just get from a full 3D game. And I said I mean DMC because I mean DMC. But I mean that's just me. Feel free to differ from me. It's the internet after all. Real quick, let's talk about why I'm excited for Remake. I actually saw a review of it early, and I'm not gonna say whose review it was, because let's just say I would be really embarrassed if I release a review early and then Capcom like emailed me and was like, "Hey, remember that NDA you signed? You kind of voided it, buddy. Kind of tore that to shreds." So I'm not gonna say whose, but odds are if you're following Resident Evil 4 Remake at all, you know what I'm talking about. But point is, I brought this up because I saw that review. It was a decent while before the game came out. It was like a whole week, I believe. And I was like amazed just hearing the way the game was described to me. It was like, I was originally very skeptical of this game because earlier on when it was first leaked, it was believed that Studio M2 was working on it. And Studio M2, I believe that's the team that worked on Resident Evil 3 Remake. And Resident Evil 3 Remake is my least favorite remake, so I wasn't too happy to hear about that. But it seems a lot of the development challenges have been superseded. It seems like Division 1 made this game, so that's pretty cool. That usually means it's quality if Division 1 makes it. At least I think it's Division 1. That's the Resident Evil 1, right? Or is that Monster Hunter? I forget which one specifically, but it's one of the in-house divisions at Capcom, instead of outsourcing it like they did with RE4. Apologies for the dead air. I was clearing my throat. But you know, I played the demo as well, and I was actually thoroughly impressed with the demo. I didn't get to play it as much as I wanted to because I'm a very busy man. But you know, the game finally felt like it had just the right amount of action and just the right amount of survival. I didn't think they would be able to do both from what I played. But, you know, judging off of that review that I saw, and then also judging off of my own experience with the demo like a week before the game came out, it seems like they nailed it somehow. Like there's all these like heavily action focused mechanics that like add a lot of tension to the game, like the knife especially. There's like weapon degradation, you know, the knife degrades and then you can parry with the knife, and then like there's just a lot of cool mechanics they added to the new game. And it that greatly enhances the action. And Resident Evil has technically had stealth mechanics before. There was a DLC in Resident Evil 7 where you could do stealth kills and stuff like that. It was End of Zoe, I believe. But the survival comes in when you work in the stealth. I don't know. It just seems like there's a lot of potential for this game to be enjoyable for me. And the crazy part is I'm more excited for the action than I am the survival, just because like man, it's kind of hard to describe. Kind of hard to describe it, you know? basically this game seems like it's solving that one big problem I had, where it was just, it felt like things were holding each other back. But I mean, we'll see. We'll see once we play the full game. The new technologies I thought were amazing as well. In the demo, I pointed out someone at Capcom had a lot of time to work on animations. I swear, because during the demo playthrough, I was pointing out that Leon has like a different sprint depending on like indoors and outdoors, and then on top of that, like his body like acknowledges the walls, like it's aware of the geometry around him. It's actually insane. It's like a real AAA animation system now. And then, you know, it's just nice to have a new game. It's just nice to have a new game. They've been releasing them like every year, so it's not like the biggest deal in the world, but you know, it's always nice to just have a new game. And mods, we've gone full circle. We got Dante and Resident Evil 4. Like, how could you not like that, you know? But I've pretty much talked my heart out. My throat is pretty dry from screaming into my microphone. Hopefully I wasn't too loud. Hopefully I wasn't. Holy shit, Rainin, will you play the game now? God damn. I hear you. So let's go ahead and get into the game. That'll be the finality of my presentation that I've stumbled on the entire time. But we'll work with it. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the game started, man. That presentation was pretty fun to make. I'll be real with you. Let's see, let's get my controller ready. I'm gonna try to play this on Xbox controller, but it's like my battery, it seems like it's been like kind of dropping a lot lately. Okay, let's do. Okay, that's a little loud. Let's do screen capture. Yes. Hell yeah. I'm looking forward to doing more of those presentations, though. I'll only get better at it over time. This is actually the first time I'm starting it, though. I don't know. Let's check out some of the extra shit real quick. We got fucking Goth Leon. Okay, cool. Sunglasses. Dude, they got goths. Hell yeah. For players who have not played Resident Evil 2000. Oh, interesting. Stronger enemies and harder challenges, higher prices. I did play Resident Evil 4 2005. Game mode can be changed to assisted at game over. Damn, should I do hardcore? Let's just do standard. I wonder if I can turn the difficulty up if I feel like it's not hard enough. Expanded treasure map. Is that like a cheat item? I don't necessarily want to cheat. Let's see, how's it looking on? Oh, hold up. I'm still recording. We're probably dropping frames. believe I've already seen this cutscene during the demo. Let's see. I should probably play, what was it? Dark Side Chronicles, right? That was the one that had the training missions with Krauser. I really should play those. That and Umbrella Chronicles.
Which one do you want to use to listen to this?
Oh. Series all popping up. Let's see. Am I dropping frames on the stream? Looks pretty smooth. Whoa, Leon's base. Damn, Leon, you don't smoke? I'm always amazed by like how like detailed the models are in these games. Like I remember the first time I played Resident Evil 2 Remake and I saw like the textures on that and I'm like, holy shit. On like Leon's like police outfit. We better check up on him, boys. Dude, it's so surreal to be playing this game. It really is. This got leaked so much. Like we've known about it for so many years, and it was all quiet. All we ever got was the leaks, and then now it's a real thing, and I'm playing it. Somehow I'm playing it. Okay, I'm just gonna pause and end the recording session so we're not wasting performance on my 4090. I only need to stream right now. Okay, cool. Yeah, I accidentally left the recording on. Original sound effects. Oh, okay, we can play the... I think I saw that earlier. I guess it didn't register in my head. Okay, kind of like that one setting in Resident Evil 2. Ballistic impact volume. Alright, we'll dabble in settings later. So we'll just replay this part quickly because I believe this was the demo, pretty much. Let's see. Is it too dark? All right, let's speed run it, gamers. I kind of do wonder if it's a little too dark on the stream. Looking at it, looks quite orange, and it looks like a lot of the shadows are a little crushed. I did optimize this for the Okami stream, and then and then I didn't play Okami. I plan to play it some more, but when I was working on this filter, it was definitely with Okami in mind. Yeah, sorry about the dead air. I was just looking at the screen. I'm trying to figure out good balance to make this look good visually. It looks like we're losing a lot of detail in the shadows, so I'm just gonna fucking play with this for a second. Color correction. I guess, should I turn contrast down? Is that what's going on? I don't know. Let's see. Let's turn saturation down. Let's turn that back down to 50. Hue shift, opacity, contrast. Okay, let's see how that looks now. I think that made it worse. Yeah, okay, that looks nothing like my screen. What the fuck? Okay. New change of plan. Whoops. Color correction. I guess we turn up the gamma a little bit. We could try that. Yeah, apologies. I was setting this up for Okami. I think we're getting somewhere, though. There we go. There we go. That looks a lot closer to what I'm seeing on my screen. Cool. See, let me compare the two images. Okay, yeah. So I'll turn it down a little bit, because it did look a little better with it down just a smidge. But yeah, we'll leave it at 50. Should look a lot more natural now, I hope. There we go. Also glad I turned the saturation down, because this lighting is like really orange. Did it look like that when... I don't remember it looking like that when I did the demo playthrough, now that I think about it. By the way, those of you watching, thanks for stopping by. Even if it's on demand after I've streamed, it's very much appreciated. Those of you who are here right now, also very appreciated. I think I said this during the demo. I like kind of know Spanish. I should know more Spanish because I'm Hispanic, but or Latino. The proper word is Latino. See, this is how pale I am. Okay, hold on. Do I got to change my sensitivity again? I probably should have tried that. Camera speed. What did I set it to in the demo? I think it was this. Oh wait, hold on. I think I set it to like the next little notch. Controller. Adjusting the setting may help reduce motion sickness. I would play like keyboard and mouse, but I'm worried my keyboard's like hella loud. Dude, how did I miss that? He was holding his face in his hands. Okay, can I kick? Oh, crap. Yeah, good thing I started on standard. I gotta get acclimated to the controls again. I didn't think I'd be this bad after a week. Or was it 2 weeks? I already forgot. It doesn't matter. I'm playing the game now. Oh, right. I can't go through here. Oh yeah, I'm curious what the rest of the dialogue is going to be like, because like there was a lot less of the hitting on Hunnigan in the demo, but man, they still had a little bit of it. They're being burned alive. Dude, I'm just staring at the graphics. Good God. I think this is actually running a little better than the demo. I don't know if it was because I just updated my driver or if the demo had like a bug or something in it. But it seems like this is running way better, thankfully. I don't know. I'm curious now. Let's put the overlay on for a second. Let's see. Oh, it's about the same. At least I remember it. We are getting 100% usage, though. In the demo, it was kind of like lacking a little bit for some reason. Oh, I don't have bullets. That's right. All right, give me bullets. Actually, yeah, I should see if I can change the difficulty. Otherwise, if not, I could totally just replay that. I could totally just replay that segment real quick. I feel like it might be more fun if I play it on hardcore. Challenges, that's kind of like villages. I'm having like a brain fart right now. Let's... Fuck, do I want to change it? Let's keep it on standard. I imagine it'll get hard eventually. Deluxe weapon. Oh, that's right. They have a storage box. Or wait, no, my bad. Not a storage box. Sentinel 9. Actually, do I want to use the DLC weapons? Shotgun with a sawed-off shock. Compact size. Sentinel 9. For tackling bioterrorism, versatility makes the reliable choice. Its parts were carefully chosen and machined for improved performance. This remix is actually pretty cool. Customized case, storage. Do we want the gold one? Sure, we'll take the luxury gold one. Oh, okay, they're perks. Handgun ammo, craft bonus frequency, health recovery from green herbs. Let's save it here and let's switch it to hardcore. Charming charm. New game. Kind of sucks they don't let you change it up. That feels like a thing they should probably just let you do. Okay, skip. Alright, let's check it out. Because I played the demo on standard. So I might as well make it a little different. I'm bad at games, but I'll tackle hardcore just because I feel like it. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I thought I remembered there being bullets in here. Maybe I'm wrong. My memory is awful. Oh, I forgot to say this. I pulled like an all-nighter right before doing this stream. I meant to go to bed, but I stayed up playing Among Us of all things. I don't know why I did that, but I did it. I was playing it with my younger brother. Fucking Among Us. Okay. Alright, let's find the basement dwellers. Okay, just gonna check my audio again. Okay, cool. Alright, come out wherever you are. Alright, come on out. Ooh, is it like Resident Evil 2 where they take a little more to get stunned? How did I miss all my shots, dude? I'm already spooked. Okay, just gotta take my time to aim. Actually, can I just run from them? That might be better on hardcore. Okay, cool. It's not like there was any ammo there anyways. You gonna drop something good? Yeah, give me that. Oh, is there a dude over there? Does this take the same rounds as this? Let's see. Is there any way to tell? Put that there, I guess. Actually, wait. Oh, it's 5 long, damn. Yeah, we'll just put it like that, I guess. Or wait. Sure, we'll just do it like this. I don't know why I'm taking my time with that. Damn, I was too late on that. All right. Okay, I gotta stop watching this stream on my phone. It seems like it's working fine now. I gotta focus on the game now than playing on hardcore. Oh, that guy was stunned. I should have kicked him. Oh, wait, there was a setting in the... That's right. Controls parry with RT. There we go. Knife kill. I forget, can you do quick turn in this game? They made it like a different button, didn't they? Register shortcut. Dude, the fucking bear trap again! I keep falling for it. Okay, there's a dude in here. It's kind of crazy how gory the deaths still are, even after I turned off the, well, I guess the setting was only for dismemberment. Never mind. I'm being dumb. Is this gun too powerful? Should I switch to the normal pistol? I'll just keep doing my thing. It is the beginning of the game. Let's check it out. I'm gonna play horrible because I didn't get any sleep, and it's all my fault. I played Among Us instead. Well, okay, I'm playing pretty okay considering I'm operating off of nothing. I'm kind of hungry too now that I think about it. Okay, we gotta. Oh my god, my bad. My bad. Okay, come on, let me craft. Yes, give me that. Let me use it. Okay. Oh, no, I can't seal that door. Shit. Let me go through. Hell yeah. Get out of the way. Okay, I gotta get in the houses and I gotta find the shotgun. Oh, I don't want to quite run in there. Okay, there we go. Got the chainsaw guy coming. I believe the chainsaw guy is invincible in this. Is invincible in the remake. You could kill him in the original, but I think in the demo at least he was like an immune, or maybe I just didn't damage him enough. But I don't know. I was watching someone else play a little bit of this game yesterday. Actually, I was watching someone else play this, and it seemed like he was invincible for sure. They lobbed like grenades at him and everything, and it's still he still wasn't going down. Okay, I'm getting out of here. Jump, jump. Okay. Okay. There another. Oh. No, don't team up on me. Nope. I'm out of here. I'm out of here. Oh, I thought I could parry that. No, no. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, I'm really glad I picked hardcore. This is so much fun. Run! Run! Get in there! No! Oh, that almost got me. Oh, go up the ladder. Go up. Go up! Kick that down. Oh, I should have kicked the other ladder down. No! I made a fatal mistake. Okay, this side. Is there anything here? Velvet blue. The chainsaw guy's gonna jump out that end, isn't he? Yeah. Okay, I can jump down, right? Oh, come on. I was hoping I could just squeeze through him. I guess not. I probably got to hit him or something first. Out of my way. Okay, fine. No. Hold on. Let me use the spray. Let me use the spray. No! Stop! The body! No! Oh! No! No! Oh, get out of my face. No! Bad way! Bad way! I gotta run! No, they blocked it! Oh, he almost got me. I'm running, dude. I'm running. Where was my parry? I don't have any other healing items. Okay. Grenade, grenade. Where's my grenade? Oh, God. No, he's gonna team up on me. Oh, my God, no. Climb, climb. Oh, holy shit. We did it. Oh, man. I'm surprised they didn't die. I'm really surprised. I died a lot in the demo, and that was on normal. And I was fully rested. And I wasn't hungry. I don't know if any of you ever watched like Eris avoiding the puddle, but like I used to play a lot of Tekken, so I used to watch a lot of his stuff. He said one time, I'm trying to remember what the context was. He said something about how like the best fighting game players, they would play on like a half empty stomach because like obviously if you're too full, you get too tired. But like if you're like too hungry, then you're kind of too focused on like you need to eat. I kind of wonder if that's what's happening to me right now. I'm like that optimal amount of sated right now, to where I'm playing like a god. Well, not like a god, but all right, Resident Evil 4. And I'm low on health. I'm gonna search these houses. Dude, the animations, holy shit. There's a lot of stumble in there. I can like literally feel the weight of like his footsteps. Like they really did an excellent job with the animations in this game. A lot better than Resident Evil 2 Remake. Like the animation team for this game, they really deserve props. I don't know why the animations are what I'm fixating on, but it's just the thing that leaps out to me is like they really took their time with this game. It's kind of like MGS5, Metal Gear Solid 5. That game has like a lot of obscure niche animations that they really took the time to implement. Yeah, it was. I don't know what I'm gonna do next time I get hit. Can I destroy this? Oh yeah, I shouldn't use my knife because it has a limited durability. Oh, it's broken actually. I probably broke it when I sliced that one guy like 7 times, not getting the hint that I should probably shoot him. Okay, give me that herb. Expanded map treasure, locked drawer. Is this expanded map thing like part of the deluxe edition or some shit? Is it just Capcom asking you to pay money to make the game easier? This treasure better not be like OP or some shit. Oh, I need to be able to... Okay. I'm gonna need Ashley. So I did look in here. I don't know if I was thorough enough though. I was being chased. Oh, I guess I was pretty thorough. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Wait, I unlocked it? Am I just being dumb? Oh, it said locked drawer. It didn't occur to me until I physically saw it, and I was like, oh, wait. I can't get that yet. That's why I don't have it. I have the memory of a goldfish for some reason. Okay, I did search in there. I searched in here, I believe. I'm gonna need everything I can get. Yeah, let's combine. Let's make some craft. Of course, they got the yellow herbs in this game. Let's see. I think I searched about everywhere except over here. Oh, wait, no, there's those littler houses. Out in the outskirts. Here we go. Oh. Yeah, I guess I should have expected that. Uh-oh, what's my dog freaking out about? Hold on, is something going on with her? Okay, she stopped barking. I'm gonna go check on her for a second, be right back. Okay, yeah, we're good. Okay, so we got that. Are these doors still locked? Yeah, it looks like it. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's see. There were some smaller houses I forgot to look in, right? Wasn't this one of them? Or was I just here? Yeah, I was just here. Dude, why is my memory so bad? Here we go. Okay, that just leads back to the entrance. Alright, I'd say I've about thoroughly searched this. Let's go ahead and head towards that building. I don't believe I can go inside of this yet, though. Maybe I can. I need a key, though, right? Yeah. Oh, is this another house I can go in? No. Oh, okay. I almost missed this. Okay. Looks like we can slot a whole shit ton of gems into that. All right. Oh, wait. Oh, did I not save that at the time? Whoops. I'm sure there's checkpoints, so it wouldn't have been a big deal, but... Yeah, let's give stealth a try. Oh, I need a knife to stealth kill. That makes sense. Don't tell me she's gonna turn towards me. Damn. I can't parry right now, so if these guys come at me with a tool. Okay, destroy blue medallions. Hell yeah. Oh, there's a blue medallion. Oh, there's another one. We're the bad guys. And where's the merchant? I want to get my knife fixed. Or wait, can I craft like a new knife? Looks like it can be repaired. Examine, how does one repair it? Let's see, we can make a mixed herb. Is there anything to do with the knife? Doesn't look like it. Let's make some handgun ammo. Huh, do I want to use this lever action? Let's see, confirm. How do I can examine, right? And that'll tell me the stats. Let's see, power, 560. Power, 540. Oh, okay, so the lever action is not as powerful. Reload speed, rate of fire, precision. About the same. Okay, it's like a slightly weaker pump action. Oh. Damn, I was hoping I could break that door down or something. Whoa, what did that cow do? Games like you're praising our animation systems, now here's a glitchy cow. Oh, duh. I don't have the knife, so... Oh, give me the egg. I can eat this, right? Okay. Okay, it's because my health is full, that's why. But yeah, it looks like I can eat those. Can I climb on this? Nah. Okay, show me the map. Is there a way... Oh, it shows the blue medallions on the map? That's interesting. I'm trying to remember if the original game did that. I have a feeling it did. Let me in. Damn. Alright, where's that other medallion? Oh, there it is. Totally missed it the first time. These animals are pretty cool. They didn't have a lot of opportunity to put like animals in the previous games. Oh, I don't want to see his nuts. Damn, that chicken didn't drop anything. Why'd I waste a bullet on that? Alright, well, let's go over here. Enough lollygagging. Alright. Oh! I'm glad I saw that. Can I crouch while aiming? Oh, you can't aim while crouched. Okay. Okay, there's a yellow herb. Let's craft. Craft. Yup. That's how it be. Alright. What's over here? Hand grenades percent. Oh! We got it! I didn't really read that flyer. I probably should have. Destroy the blue medallions. Okay. Area farm rewards spinal 3. It's spinal. I believe I got that right. I think it showed some. Ooh. Damn, why did I not sleep last night? After I'm streaming, I'm probably going to take a nap. I probably really need one. I'm a bit of a dum-dum. I don't take care of my body. I can't really do anything with this right now, can I? Yeah. Oh, windmill workings. Oh, wait, that was me. That was the shit I needed to repair, right? I guess let's walk out there and see. There's at least some shotgun shells up there. Yeah, there's the shells. Yeah, it looks like we need a gear. I don't have one. Okay, I gotta think critically here. Where would I find a gear? Oh, why didn't I try going in here? Duh. I'm all pounding the door looking for ways to come in, and I didn't think of this. Oh. Okay, I don't believe these guys are invincible. I am running, though. Get away from me! Oh god, oh god. He runs fast. This is like Madhouse where the chaser character just fucking runs really fast. It's just like Resident Evil 7 all over again. Oh no, he can hit me while I'm doing this, can't he? Oh, he's running. He's coming. I'm gonna regret coming down here for this item, aren't I? Kitchen knife! Oh my god. I needed that. I needed that so bad. Bruh! Let me go through! Oh my god. Should I try to kill that guy? I'm gonna need to equip some grenades if I'm gonna do that. Alright. Holy fucking shit! Sorry. No, not the windmill! Not the windmill! Oh shit! That did some big damage. Okay, now it's right beforehand. Alright, well, now I know what to do. Let's see. Yeah, I can see him just waiting down there. Give me the cog, give me the knife. No! Evade, evade. Okay. Yes! We did it! Ooh! I nailed that, dude. Oh, why did I let that one hit me? Oh, this game is too fun. No! How? Why did I let that hit me? I'm so... Oh, I'm so bad. I'm so bad. It wasn't even because of the harder mode. It's because I knew it was there and decided to do nothing about it for some reason. Okay. Okay, well, at least we know how to easily kill this guy. Whoops. Shortcut. Miss me. No, come on. I pressed it. I pressed it. Okay. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. Where was my B button? I didn't get the quick time event. That's why that didn't happen. Die. Where was the insta-kill? Okay. I better get out of here. No! Where was my... No! Stop! Let go! No! Run, run, run. Okay, I can take these guys on. I just gotta do it smart. Ooh. Finish him. No, I said finish him. Finish him. There we go. Oh, my knife's out. I can't parry if they're charging me. Oh, what? I should have seen that. I should have seen that. He telegraphed his throw. I gotta pay attention. This isn't a little kid's game. Okay. I'll figure out how to play one of these days. Oh my god. Okay. Landed on him. Landed on him. Oh, yes. Give me the kick. Give me the kick. What? Eat it. Eat it. Okay. Let's kick my way out of here. Come on. Can I shoot those locks? I probably should have tried that. Why did I aim my gun? And where does this guy keep getting axes from? Oh, thank you, Bull. Thank you. It wants me, but I'll lead it. So, oh, okay. They're treasures. That's what those spinal things are. Okay, kick. Oh, to my right. Eat it. Oh. Oh, iframes. Thank you. Thank you for the iframes. Ugh. My bad. That's my fault. He's gonna throw that, isn't he? Oh, is this never ending? Oh, okay. No more combat stance. Okay. Well, now we got the cog. Blue medallion. Let's get it. See, I have to be over there, right? Oh. Wrong way. Or is it? Wait, what? It's apparently below here. Oh. Ooh. Oh, you know, let's find out if I can shoot it off. Yes, I can. Now, is that instant or do I gotta shoot it multiple times? I would hope it's instant. Yeah, let's put the cog in. Oh, that was a big slam. I don't know what the hell's going on outside. Oh, it says hold. Oh, okay, that leads to a new area. Check out this one first. Let's see if we can actually. Yeah, it looks locked. Okay. What about over here? Dude, I still can't believe I'm playing this game. And it's super fun. At least so far. Damn. Can I jump over this? Nah, alternate route. What? Oh. Sure, we'll take the yellow herb. It even shows you how much you'll have by the end of it. That's cool. Oh, we got some stutter. Should I run back and try to kill those guys? Nah. Oh. Oh, come on. A bear trap. A bear trap. I couldn't parry. What? How did I miss his head? Oh, they're mutating. Oh, that guy was probably waiting for me to finish my animation. Oh, the bear trap again! Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay, face away. Yes. Another one. Oh, right in the back of the head. Another one. There was another one. All right, let's try this again. I wonder, can I lure them into this mine? Oh, yeah, I can. Oh my God, again. Wait, she threw that? It curved around her? Oh, another bear trap. Can I get these guys to step in the bear trap? Oh, yes, I can. Cool. Use their traps against them. Why did I not dodge that? Oh my God. That's my fault. Okay. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. I took on a whole horde of these guys earlier, and they didn't leave a scratch, so I gotta play a little smarter. I can take on a few of them. Oh God. All right, come here, pretties. Uh-oh, they're throwing dynamite. Run. Get the guy up there. It must be a hardcore thing, but the knife seems really scarce. Oh my God. My bad. My fault. Okay. Oh my God. Yes, run into it. Run into it. Oh, oh, damn! I should have ran from that. No! Oh, damn! I let a little grabber kill me. All right. Oh, they saw me, didn't they? All right. Oh, I wonder if I can do what I can do in the original game and make them drop dynamite when they light it. Let's see. Light it. Light it. Drop it. Drop it. Yes! I totally forgot you could do that. Okay, come here. Come here. What? It triggers on the second guy, but not the first? No! Okay, come here. I want to use your traps against you. Oh! Oh, he almost got me. Ah! Come here, buddy. Ah, too late. What? Oh, a regular green herb will heal me all the way. Whoops. Guess I shouldn't quite be combining these then. Oh, ooh. That's a decent chunk. Come on, light it, light it. Oh, come on. Let's see. Where are those last guys at? Oh. Alright. You gonna light more dynamite? Cool. Damn, I killed her before it could even go off. Oh, I almost walked right into that like a dummy. Okay, looks like that's all. Looks like that was all. Oh, I hear mine. Better duck. Oh, I can't even duck under that. Oh, I can't change the side I'm aiming from either. Okay, please don't hurt me. Okay, cool. I don't think I quite want to investigate that yet. Let's go ahead and let's go to the expanded treasures. Let's see what's here. Wait, what? Oh. That must have been it, right? Yeah, there we go. There we go. This kind of sucks. I'm enjoying this game so much, but I am kind of starting to feel the fatigue of not getting a lot of sleep. So I probably should continue this at a later point. I'm just gonna keep playing until I find a save point, though. Gonna pull the old gamer strat and never stop playing. Just procrastinate till the next save point. Oh, I can't open that yet. Okay, yeah, let's just investigate this part. Or wait, can I go? No, I can't go there either. What? Damn. It's gonna be 2 herbs though. Luis. Whoa! This guy's still in the game. Okay, I thought I didn't see him at all in like any of the promotional stuff, but I'm glad he's still here. I wonder if his boss fight is still going to be as gruesome as it was in the original. With the whole centipede thing going on. We got the Ligma coming. Oh, chapters! Okay, now's a convenient time for me to stop, in that case. Let's see. Oh, can I not inspect? I guess not. Customize case. Health recovery for green herbs. Oh, maybe that's why the herbs are so powerful. It's because I'm using this charm. Yeah. Save. Oh, it counts how many times you save too. Okay. Alright, yeah. I'm probably going to drop it here. I'll continue playing the game naturally. I'm pretty excited to play more of it, but I'm also pretty tired. Made a bit of a bad decision. Looks like it took me an hour to beat chapter 1, though. I'm kind of curious how many chapters there are. But yeah, you know, thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you to all of you who come by. Look at this later. Definitely going to keep playing the game. I'm looking forward to seeing more of it. Ending these streams is always hard. I never really know what to say. Got more combat points or challenge points. Actually, yeah, let's check out what's in the character model. Mission underway, gift and blood. Only 3 weapons. Apparel, models. Concept art. Alright, yeah. Before I get too distracted, you know, once again, thank you to those of you who came by. Thank you to those of you who are checking this out later. I'm going to peace out. I should probably take a nap. I hope all of you have a good one.